Ladies and gentlemen, it is my esteemed honor to announce to you the inaugural 16-person tournament in Good Fights Wrestling. Good Fights Wrestling is a community-based Fire Pro Wrestling World promotion that I'm going to be running here on the channel, and you guys have a chance to join in on. There's a form down, or a link to a Google form down in the description that will take you to the sign-up sheet where you can sign up. All you need to do is give me the name of your wrestler, the nickname of your wrestler, and the best way to contact you so that I can set aside some time to get in touch with you and we can talk about what you want your wrestler to look like, what you want them to wrestle like, all those things. Now, it's very important to say this. You do not need to be a wrestling fan to be part of this. You do not need to be a wrestling fan to enjoy this. This is also a role-playing experience, so if you're into D&D or anything like that, you can really get a little bit of fun out of this too. So here's how it works. Once we sit down and we decide on what your wrestler's theme is going to be and how they're going to wrestle and things like that, I'll go ahead and make them in Fire Pro World, and I will set up a 16-person tournament. I'm not entirely sure when we're going to run that event, but I would like to run that event live. I will be doing commentary, and I have a real-life former pro wrestler to do color commentary with me, but I am having some trouble getting his scheduling locked down, so it may or may not happen with him, but I'm hoping it will. So once we have all 16 entrants and we're in the tournament, we're gonna get going. That'll be great. Let me tell you a little bit about prizes. So, if you are the one winner of the tournament, you will not only be the very first Good Fights Wrestling Heavyweight Champion of the world, you will also win a t-shirt designed by me. I will design you a t-shirt with your input, of course. I will send you one of the shirts, and your shirt will be available for sale on our Design by Human store for any fans of the series to buy if they want it. There is a special secondary prize, but that has to do with role-playing, so let's talk a little bit about how that's going to go down. So there are a couple of opportunities for you to roleplay before the event. There will be an opportunity to roleplay after the event. I'm going to go over the before the event ones, though, because those are the only ones that apply to our special prize. So before the event, there will be a new Discord channel called The Locker Room, which will be a place you can go to roleplay with other entrants, and you can pick fights, you can make friendships, you can do whatever you want. In fact, I strongly recommend you consider making friendships, because if people make friendships, I will put you in factions in Fire Pro World, and there is a chance that your faction mates will run out and help you during your matches. That's a very valuable resource if you want to win this thing, so definitely look to be making friends just as much as you're looking to be making enemies. Now, that's one opportunity to roleplay. The other opportunity to roleplay is the pre-event interviews. So I will either bring you in voice with me and we can conduct an interview and you can voice your character, or you can send me written responses to the interview questions and I will voice your character for you so that we can do the pre-event interviews, which I'll be showing on the channel before we run the event. Those are another opportunity for you to get your roleplay in. Here's why it's important though, guys. The two best role players, the two best performers in promos by the event will receive a special prize at the end of the event. I'm not going to tell you what it is because that would ruin it, guys. The whole point here is I'd like to incentivize you to give the role-playing a try, because I really think that people will enjoy it if they give it a chance. That is, I think, everything. Well, let me actually, that's everything minus one thing. This is not a short-term thing. I'm not looking at doing a one-time event. I would really love for this to become sort of a cornerstone of how our community runs and a thing that we can all do together. And I'd like this to run for a really long time. So we'll see how that goes. I obviously can't force you guys to be interested in it. It is important to note, though, you don't need to be a wrestling fan to do this. In fact, I am about to explain to you the only things you need to understand about wrestling to do this. In wrestling, good guys are called faces, bad guys are called heels. That's a very old school way of looking at it, though. The 2018 way to think about it is faces, or good guys, are good guys because they extol the virtues of that person. You know, they're generous, they're kind, they're perseverant, things like that. Now, heels, or bad guys in 2018, they indulge their vices. They're wrathful, or vengeful, or just plain mean. And that is how I'd like you to think about that when you decide what you want your character to be, because I'd like to get a nice mix of face and heels, and we've already got that so far with the entrants that we do have signed up, because this was open to the community on the Discord a day early, just trying to make sure the community gets their shots in first. Now, there's one other thing about wrestling you need to understand. The video that you saw at the front of this, with the logo and with Lazy Dragon and Kendo wrestling a whole bunch, that's called a signature. In professional wrestling, every show typically opens with a signature that showcases the best talent on the roster. Right now, the only talent on the roster is Lazy Dragon and Kendo, which is why they're all throughout that video, but after the event, we'll be building a new signature, and your character may end up as the star of that signature. You don't know. You could be the very first GFW Heavyweight Champion. If you like the signature, go ahead and click that like button. If you want to be part of this and you want to see more, definitely click that subscribe button and the little bell notification thing, because obviously you clicked the subscribe button because you didn't want to know when you got more content, right, YouTube? Anyways, that all put aside, I'm very excited about this. I hope you guys are too. I will see you next time. Peace!